Welcome to Cup Habit number 2. This is my last video for the night. This is Asian American Appreciation Month. Asian Americans, and Pacific Islanders. So basically, this month of May is for all of you who are of Asian ethnicity. Now, I will say there's a conflict of interest here because in the video I deleted, I did this. Let's see what happens. God damn it. I hate technology, which is what happened in the last video. God damn it. That'll work. No, it will not because it's not talking. I wanted the Google to talk. Where did Native Americans originate from?
According to Wikipedia, the ancestors of living Native Americans arrived in what is now the United States at least 15,000 years ago, possibly much earlier, from Asia via Beringia.
Okay, so Native Americans are biologically Asian. Now you see where the conflict of interest comes in because I am part Native American. So those who are just tuning in, if you're new to my channel, I am part Cherokee, part black, and part white. For those who already knew that, I'm sorry for repeating that every single video that I make. But you never know who's new and who's not. So that is why it's a conflict of interest, because Native Americans are also biologically Asian, and Native American Heritage Month is in November. So if Asian American Pacific Islander Appreciation Month is in May, do Native Americans fall into that category as well? So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes because this is why it's a conflict of interest. If Native Americans are also biologically Asian and Asians are Asians, Native Americans should be able to fall into that category. And I say that because as long as I have been growing up until I got into college, which I also said in the other video, which I deleted because I went too deep into my crush and some other stuff. I was taught by a fellow friend of mine who's Korean, Native American history. And we had this big ass argument and debate. And what happened was, I was doing martial arts. I was doing kung fu with my bow staff. I was working it out. I was doing all kinds of other stuff, kind of like the stuff you've seen in my videos tonight. Well, this guy barreled up the hill at Piedmont. There's a basketball court in there now, but there was just hills and trees. And I worked my bow staff and do the tree technique and everything. And he popped out of nowhere, and I thought we were going to fight because there had been rumors in the martial art community that certain Asian people were going around fighting non-Asian people with martial arts. It was really just rumors. I don't think it ever actually happened. I won't say that it did. I won't say that it didn't. But I'm going to say that it was rumors. So when he showed up, I was ready to go. And I whacked my weapon around. He said, "I'm not here to fight. I just want to see who you were and what you were." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So we became really good friends. And then he asked me what my heritage was. And I told him, well, I'm part Native American, and I'm part black, and I'm part white. And he says, well, you know, Native Americans are from Asia. And I got to laughing in his face, and I said, no, Native Americans are from Atlantis. When the island sunk, we came to America because it was the closest place we could swim. Come find out, I couldn't have been more wrong in my life. And it also answered a lot of my questions of why my grandmother Ada looked different than the rest of her grandchildren and great-grandchildren, which is what I was. So we got into the library and we got 5 encyclopedias, atlas, what the hell's the other thing? We got a lot of books, and we got a couple of Native American history books, and each and every single one of them said the same thing, that Columbus screwed up, and he was trying to go to India to get silk, and he managed to wind up getting to Native Americans and started calling them Indians. So that basically fucked Native Americans forever, because we've been redskins and other things. So in return, we've also been a little racist, calling white people pale faces. Anyway, and other faces for people who were not white. So, do we count in this month of May as Native Americans or as Asians? The question is both, or the answer is both. But this specifically is the question of why it's a conflict of interest, because if Native Americans are Asian, and so are Pacific Islanders, which, in case you guys have no idea where you are, if you are from Tahiti, naturally bred, you are a Polynesian and you are a Pacific Islander. If you are from Samoa, you are a Pacific Islander. If you are born and bred in Hawaii, you are Polynesian and you are a Pacific Islander. Okay? If you are from Tahiti, it's more than likely you are probably a Polynesian as well. So therefore, I don't even know where the hell Tahiti actually is. So we're going with it. The fact of the matter that Native Americans are Asian, and this is Asian American Month, Native Americans tend to fall in. Now, when it comes to Native American Heritage Month, which comes in November, which is a slap to the face of Native Americans because of that whole Thanksgiving thing, because up until I found out the truth about Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving was my favorite holiday because I'm part Cherokee Indian. However, after watching the Cherokee girls and the other Native American tribal girls flip the table and then watching their whole documentary on what's going on, my greatest shame was that I like Thanksgiving. My second greatest shame, which might have been my first greatest shame, is that all my life until I found out I was Native American, I always wanted to be a cowboy. And the only thing that really rectified that was when the cartoon Brave Star came out. So, let me say thank you to all Asian Americans and all Pacific Islanders who are Asian and American. I want to thank you all and let you know you are appreciated. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you. Well, I would if this cursor would find the mark.